Ever had a director give you a note that made no sense at all? Oh my gosh, I have a great story for this one. We're shooting SkyMed, a show called SkyMed in Winnipeg. For those of you who don't know, Winnipeg is an extremely cold place in the winter. It's nice in the summer, there's just a lot of bugs. We'd started the show in I don't know, I think it was August or something like that. So it was warm, it was nice. I was flying to Winnipeg and going down to the Forks and hanging out by the river, and it was just beautiful. We shot the first episode. Cut to October, they have to do reshoots for the first block. So I've got this scene where I'm coming out of a hangar. It's there's planes, there's a lot of planes, SkyMed. There's planes in the sky and there's med. So I'm coming out of this hangar and then this cop comes up and I'm kind of a bad guy and they're like, ugh. And then I get arrested and I'm like, screw you, cop. We're supposed to be pretending that it's August and it's -30. So I'm in the other room, I'm inside a heater with a parka and I'm heating up as much as I can. And then they're like, action! And I take everything off and basically I'm in a t-shirt. It's snowing and it's not even snow, it's ice crystals are in the air. And I come out and I'm like, hey, cop, and they're like, cut. They're like, Matt, you can't breathe. We can see your breath. So we gotta go again and don't breathe on this one. Not breathe. Do an entire scene, not breathing, pretending that it's 20 degrees Celsius when it's actually 40 below in fucking Winnipeg. I'd say probably one of the most famous actors I've met was Laurence Fishbure. I won't get into all the specifics of how we ended up hanging out multiple times during this period of time. He shows up and he's like, call me Fish. Okay, right on. I'm at Morpheus's house. There had been some drinks had. People had had some drinks. I'd had a few drinks. He'd had a few drinks. I sit at the bar and he starts making a drink and I go, there's a black and white picture of someone on the wall behind him and I go, oh, who's that? He goes, excuse me? You don't know who that is? And I was like, no, I do not. He's like, that's Richard Burton. Oh, okay. You don't know who Richard Burton is? And I was like, no, sir, I don't. He proceeded to pick up the bottle he was pouring. I think it was a bottle of Jack or something like that. And he was like, I'm gonna smash this bottle on your head. Oh, okay, he's upset. He's upset now that I don't know who Richard Burton is and I'm sitting at his bar and this is getting really weird. But Laurence Fishburne is cool. He's really cool. He only threatened to beat me up the one time. The other funny story about Laurence Fishburne, oh man, this is a beauty. Laurence Fishburne was married to Gina Torres, who was playing Alan Tudyk's wife or girlfriend on a show. And me and Alan are kind of just sitting there having a drink and with Fishburne. Alan leans over and grabs the drink and takes a sip, and Laurence looks at him and goes, that's my drink. And Alan's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he's like, hey, we're sharing my wife, so you might as well share my drink. I laughed. I think he got up and then kissed him on the cheek after that. He's a beauty. I love Laurence Fishburne. One of the weirdest auditions, that I've had in a while. I got a call back for this movie and I knew the casting director, so I was like, oh, what's the deal? And I'd heard a couple stories about how interesting this director was. I think there was a clip floating around of him on Survivor getting in a fight with Jeff Probst, or who does he get in a fight with? Fear Factor? With Joe Rogan. I got that so wrong. So all of a sudden this guy, but he comes from money and this guy shows up in Vancouver and he's gonna direct a movie. I'm like, I'm game, this is interesting. It's not a Hallmark movie, let's go. Do the tape. I thought the tape was pretty good. Get the call back. Show up in the callback. This guy's sitting right there and he's like, hey, He's like, I just want to talk, man. I just want to like talk with you, man. Like these guys, like these guys, like these casting directors. He starts throwing Bim under the bus. He doesn't know you're like one of my best friends. Are you kidding me right now? And I was like, well, I think casting is doing a great job. And he's like, oh, no. They're not setting you up for success. Here's what we got. You know what? I don't even want you to read. I don't even want you to read. He gave me like a note. He was like, it was something dumb. Like, your mom died when you were 5. I want you to take that and retape it and send it to me. I don't even want you to read it right now. I don't even want you to read it. Okay, dude. What? Left the audition completely befuddled, and then I called you and I was like, I'm not retaping this. I sent you my initial audition back and you were like, this is the audition. Ended up doing the movie. Got to set and he had fired half the crew. But I got paid to sit in a hotel room, write a script, while they were trying to get a whole new crew for the movie. It was crazy. But I will say this, when I got on set, he was clearly nuts, but I didn't have a negative experience with him. So, God bless him.